Welcome everyone to another session of the Mastermind Book Club. This evening, we have a new best-selling author. His name is Reggie Hilliard, one of our mastermind, and I'd like to introduce him so that he can provide a summary of his recently published ebook, which will soon be fully published. Reggie Hilliard, take it away.
Hello, everyone. Reggie Hilliard from the Mastermind Book Club. Yes, I did recently publish a book, which currently is in an ebook form, and I'm currently working on the print copy and soon the audible versions. And my book, the title it's all about self-discovery, self-transformation. It's called 50 to 100, Infinity Within, 50 Quotes, 100% Achievement, Endless Potential. Why did I write this book? I'll give you a short summary. The purpose of this book is to provide readers with profound wisdom, inspiration, and guidance to tap into their limitless potential. Through 50 thought-provoking quotes, it explores the journey of self-discovery, personal growth, and empowerment. By embracing these teachings and achieving 100% of their true capabilities, readers are encouraged to lead lives of purpose, elevate their consciousness, and contribute to a world filled with boundless potentials of possibilities. This book serves as a transformative tool for individuals seeking to realize their highest aspirations and make a profound impact on their lives and the world around them. So that is it in short. The book is meant to be a book that will help you to get through your life in the most powerful way, with looking inside and also working outside, helping others, helping yourself to do the things necessary that's going to make it such that you're a profound, purposeful, wonderful individual in this world. And you're acting on that, and as well helping others around you to be better. So that's what I'll say in short. And I hope, not even hope, I don't live in hope. I pray and I ask that you go and pick up a copy as an ebook and soon to be print copy and again audible, and that you will gain something profound from the book as well.
Wow, beautifully said, Reggie. I have two questions very simple. One is, when are you expecting the actual book to be published that we can go out and purchase it?
Well, it is
At
published.
Amazon? Yes.
It's published. It's just ebook. I'm working on the print. I have some
Print.
work to do over the next few days. I said within 2 weeks of the ebook, so I still have until next Wednesday because I like to be impeccable.
Okay.
A man of my word based on the 4 agreements, but just in general, because words build worlds.
February
So,
14th.
well, before that, the goal is say the latest would be a week from yesterday. But I'm working on that, and I may very well have it done on Saturday. I may push it out on Sunday, but I have to sit down because I've been running around. I had 3-day seminar, which was all day, and I was tired. I need to sleep and, different things. So no excuses, but the next few days I will be sitting down, and I just need to reformat it for print version. And I want to clean up some language because I did notice a few errors, and I'm kind of a stickler as well as kind of a perfectionist. And even that I let it go out like that, not fully going through everything I need to, but it reads pretty well. Even one of my someone in my therapy group, and she's a professor in college, adjunct, and she was like, this is pretty good. She was reading it on her way to Lehman College. Anyway, so I just need to clean up some language, reformat it. I'm going to actually likely change the cover, even though it's fine, but I think I'll just make it more appealing with changing the cover. Even my daughter, she didn't tell me directly. She says to my wife, that she thinks I would get more traction with a different cover. So I'll do that, and then I'll put the back cover together. So I really just need maybe a few hours at most, maybe only 2-3 hours, maybe a little more. So I'll just take Saturday, between starting to maybe tonight, some tomorrow, Saturday. Maybe I'll be done by Saturday because I don't know the exact amount, and then I'll have it done.
So everyone, he'll have a book in the next 3 to 5 days, and the sooner the better. Just keep checking on Amazon and check back with us next week. Well, we'll provide a link in our next summary review next week. Does anyone else want to ask a question to Reggie in our mastermind? Gina, Tawana, Charles?
We want to get on Tawana about her book. I need to look over your book. We could have knocked that out in like an hour and be done with it.
Yeah, Reggie, when you said you're going to be changing the cover, are you self-publishing this? I think you mentioned.
No, it's on Amazon. I'm doing everything through Amazon. It's already published on Amazon, but I can still change the cover. Everything I've done is through Amazon. KDP is called Kindle Direct Publishing. Mm-hmm. So I write the book. I wrote the book. I have a manuscript, which is a Word doc. then given the steps that I was given, because I'm in a bestseller program, they teach you exactly how to modify the manuscript, which is to put it in the right format, so that then you take that manuscript and you take it and you pull it, upload into Kindle, and then you create also using Canva, you can create your cover, which is what I did. And I took the cover that I created in the application called Canva. Canva.com is free. Took that and I made it, I think I converted it if I needed to a JPEG. I forget, it might have been a PNG file type. But then I have an app on my phone that converts files from like PNGs and different things to JPEGs and a PDF converter as well, because the PDF converter is from my print version. But in any case, I took that file, took it onto my phone, converted it, sent it back through my email, put it back on the computer, just little simple things like that. And that's it. But it's through Kindle. Everything is Kindle, but it's a simple process. Like I literally could have written this book, had it complete and finished in a day or two, like 2 days. Because I wrote the book in a day and change, and I edited in a few more hours.
Wow.
If I just like did it all like straight and not played around, I literally could have been done, let's say 3 days at most.
Wow.
And are these your own personal quotes, or are you quoting someone else and then?
They're my own quotes. It's part of Get Reducated. I've been sending out quotes for years. Every single quote is mine.
It's part of Get Reducated. How do you spell that?
GETREGUCATED. So educated, the last part UCATED, took the last part of educated, UCATED, UCATED, and the first part of my name, Reg, and then put it together. Reducated, Get Reducated. And I didn't come up with that. It's part of my evolution. Again, being obedient, following the steps. Years ago, my friend knows I'm always educating people per se. And one day he stated to me, this is my really big friend. He's like 6'11", 3 and change. He's like, yo, you about to go out there and educate them. So from there, he said it. And I took that from maybe 7 or so years ago, and I pulled it into my world and said, all right.
How many years ago?
I don't know, maybe 7.
7.
Probably,
okay.
No,
it
probably
sounded like
8,
you said 87. I was like, what?
Maybe 8 years ago, because that's when I created my Instagram. So let's say 8 years ago. So I took that and I spelled it differently. Again, it's part of the journey. People directing you, people saying things. You get messages. Someone says you need to spell it differently because I put it like my full name, Reggie Ukata, was all too long. So some other colleague, and he used to work with me for a bunch of years, he's like, you got to change the naming of that. So I changed the name. So these things are signs that you get. We all get them, and it's like, are you taking heed or are you not? And I've been taking heed. So every point along the way, I can recall, this is what happened. This was the start of it. I changed the name. Then I did this. Then I did that. Then somebody said do this, and I'm just like doing it. And like Steve Jobs said, you don't see the dots connect forward. You have to look at your life going backwards, and you can say, oh, that's why. Oh, that's why that happened. Oh, that's why that happened. So this is something that I really stick to. And I see it transforming, and I just know there's more to come because I'm being directed and I just listen. So
now if people wanted to connect with you, is there a social media or some way that they can reach you?
Buzz Get Reducated on Instagram.
Get Reducated on Instagram. There you have it, everyone. This is our mastermind session here. Tawana, Charles, you have anything else you want to say, Regina?
Yeah, Reg, I just want to say I appreciate you, brother, for sending your quotes out and even giving me one of my titles, which is Culmination, which is on the back of the book. How long have you been sending out the quotes to everyone in the morning? People don't know your diligence, and every day he sends out quotes.
I've been sending out quotes. I started sending out other people's quotes for the first few years. Again, this would be a part of the evolutionary story. I started sending out quotes March 2016 after I went to a Tony Robbins seminar, UPW, Unleash the Power Within, and that was part of my journey of change and growth and overcoming some things per se, right? So that was March 2016. I went to a UPW, which stands for Unleash the Power Within, one of Tony Robbins seminars, and I went to the one he had in West Palm Beach. Right behind that, I got some direction that said start to send out these quotes. So I started sending out other people's quotes. And I first had maybe a list of maybe 50 plus people. And I started sending them out one by one. The message said send them out one by one because it'll be a personal love message to each person. So that was March 2016, Monday through Friday. I haven't missed a single Monday through Friday since March of 2016. Haven't missed a single Monday through Friday. Every single Monday through Friday, I send out these quotes. And so it's almost 8 years. And on top of that, it's now morphed to now I send about 200 messages in the morning, one by one. And most of them are single. There are some that are groups. I also send these messages, which I started also sending them out internally in my office. And we have these different chat rooms, which you do the combination of the chat rooms because they're overlap. It's probably a good 2,000-ish people that get this message. And they look for it every day. Some people have said it changed their life. Even people that have sent via text have said it's changed their life. In some cases, it's like helped them like really save their lives. I heard like really profound stuff from some people who've actually shared, like it's really helped them get through the year at work. And every time they look for this message in the morning and it transforms them. So it's been God's work, as somebody else tells me. And so now, and then along the way, like I said, I was sending them out other people's quotes, Leonardo's quote, Leonardo da Vinci, this person, that person. For the first several years, there were other people's quotes again, every single Monday through Friday. Somewhere along the way, a friend of mine says, man, you send these really powerful quotes all the time. He said, you need to dig deep into yourself and create your own. So I can look as to when that happened. Even when I was sending other people's quotes on occasion, I would send my own. But then when he said that, maybe shortly thereafter, I started creating my own quotes. And it makes perfect sense is where, you know, it helps with my brand because now I have these authentic, real quotes, which are all under Get Regicated. And then along the way, you know, as many years, not you know, but many years ago, I said I want to write a book. Then along the way, somebody who's a publisher, another friend in a bigger group, she was like, I can publish a book because she publishes. And she was saying, she's giving me insight as how I would do the book, do quotes, and then like reflection or whatever she said, whatever. And I took that and kind of like didn't go with her initially because I guess I wasn't ready. And eventually just like now sat down and said, you know, let's get this book done after some of the stuff that I already mentioned happened. And then I wrote the book, and I just pulled from my few hundreds worth of quotes. And I was like, just which ones kind of like resonated. And I just sat there one weekend, which was back in September of this year, and said, let me just write this book. Because I was in this bestseller program and it was weeks going by, and, you know, you get so many weeks, you know, to kind of go through the program. And I was like, all right. And she was like, one day because you're probably really smart, a genius. And she said, you're just going to come back and say you did the book. True to form, I do believe I know I'm a genius and all, and I toot my own horn, but I just really have high things for myself and I've exhibited. And so I just sat there one week and I was going to go away to that weekend on September, forget that weekend back in September. I was going to go to Washington, D.C. for an alumni event. And I just wrote the book. I started Friday night, a little bit late Friday night. I did the bulk of it Saturday, and I was actually done by like 2 to 3 in the morning Sunday. So really, like I said, it was really just a day, a little bit more than a day, because most of Friday had already finished when I started. I really just did it on Saturday, and I was done by the beginning of I was mostly done by Saturday, and I was finished by the beginning of Sunday. So if you really do the math on it, it was just slightly over a day. And even within that day, I took naps and stuff like, or at least a nap. So it didn't take that long. And then I came back another weekend, another day, and did the editing, which took a few hours.
Reg,
so it really was like a 2-day project.
Reg, you're making sound like writing a book is very easy, but I'm certain that you
No,
have
it's not.
some
I'm just
type
saying
of
it was for me.
experience.
Yeah, I'm not saying it is.
I'm certain you have some type of experience that has led you, or there's been a buildup to the point that you can do this that quickly. So in other words, it took time to develop the skill.
Well, it's in my head.
And then all of a sudden it's in your head and you just had to put it all together. So, you know, the reality is like, you know, I'm not a best-selling author yet, but I've written several books and I know that it takes time. But if you have all the material, then it cuts down the time. So
a lot of book time is actually, as even the woman who leads the group, she says, we often talk about it, and it's a lot of in our head stuff versus actually when you do sit down and you're inspired, you can write a book in even in an hour. I mean, the book, it could be different lengths, right? You could write some of these books online that I buy. I mean, you know, I purchase on Amazon, and I don't even know the length of it, and I get it back, and it's like this small book, and I'm like, this was $8.95 for 20 pages. But the book is like there's a book I just finished not too long called it's not 20 pages, but it's very thin book. It's called U Squared, which talks about, I forget who the author is, and he talks about basically making quantum leaps in your life. And then I have other books that are very small, very short, that then I'm sure, I mean, you could have like a nice wave of divine inspiration or whatever and sit and write these books. My book happened to be years and years of books and audios and things inside of me. And I've been saying I could write a book. I have tons of books in me, probably, I'm sure. But this is just like, sit here. I have this stuff in me. Let's just start. Oh, you can be great. All right, that's a page. Because it's there, right? And when you believe enough and know enough of who you are, then you can do it. And everyone can. It's just a matter of, making that declaration, making the decision and doing it. And it doesn't have to be a day, but it doesn't have to be the years that it usually takes many people even to get to the point, if ever. So it's doable. It doesn't mean to do it in a day or two. That was just something that I needed to get done for me, or it just came out that way. But it doesn't have to be, like I said, as long as we make it out to be. Often it's really never for most of us, unfortunately.
Reggie Hilliard, want to thank you for providing a new book that people should go out there and get and listen to some of the things that our new bestseller has to say. And thank you very much for providing this summary. And we'll make sure that we put under the notes of this summary your contact information and your social media page. So just text that to me. So this is the Mastermind Book Club signing off for this week. And next week, we're going to review several books that we've listened to. Take care.